If you are not already familiar with search lost impression share from budget, I'm going to give you a breakdown in this video so that you can understand what this metric means and how you can use it to improve the performance of your Google Ads campaigns. Now, when we're in Google Ads, if we come over to campaigns from the left-hand side here, you're going to have a campaigns drop-down. If we select campaigns, we should see our campaign showing up here, which you may have more than one, you might only have one. I actually have selected one up here just so we can sort down to this one campaign and just isolate it, more easily look at the data for this one campaign. Then we can see some metrics here if I shift left to right, but I'm not seeing search loss impression share from budget even showing up here, which means we just need to go to this columns section right here. Then we click on modify columns. That's going to give us this drop down where we can search through a bunch of different options. I like to just use this search feature and put in IS, which is going to give us impression share metrics. There's actually quite a few impression share metrics, as you can see here. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to look at search loss impression share from budget. So when we click on this, we're going to add it over here into the columns, and I like to actually drag this to the very end. For whatever reason, these are all kind of mixed up, but I like to have like my conversion data up front and then my search loss impression share at the end. You can organize this however you would like, but once you have it set up in here, you can go ahead and click apply, and now we are going to be able to see our search loss impression share from budget. So what does that actually mean though? Well, if you hover over the top of this column, it's actually going to give us the definition. So it's saying search loss impression share from budget estimates how often your ads did not show on Google search sites due to low budget. And it's saying that this data is updated daily, and it does not include metrics from search partners. So this is basically just showing data from Google.com, right? When people go to Google.com and they do a search, there's a set number of impressions that are available based on the parameters in your campaign. So for this example, we're advertising Phoenix closets, so like closet remodels and installations and closet organizers, that type of stuff. And there are only so many people that live in Phoenix, right? Maybe like 5 million in the whole valley, the whole metro area. And there's only so many of those people that are looking for closets on a monthly basis. Now, based on how many people are searching each month, there is an available pool of impressions. And an impression is really just when somebody does a search, your ad can show up on the search results page. That's an impression. Then, if somebody likes your ad and they click on it, that's a click, right? That's how we get like the number of clicks and the click-through rate, all that different stuff. But you can see here that there's 22,000 impressions, and from that we've gotten 785 clicks for a click-through rate of 3.56%, right? Now, of the impressions that our ad showed up for, there's 35% more impressions that we didn't show our ads on just because our budget was set too low. So if we come back over here, we can see the budget is set to $10 a day. This has fluctuated over time. I don't think it was always in that place. I think at some point it was at like $40 a day, right? But that means we could be showing up on a considerable number of times more than we are when somebody does a search for the keywords we're targeting, but we aren't showing up because of the budget being too low. Now, there are definitely other factors involved here, right? Like you want to take a look at your search loss impression share from rank and your actual search impression share and a bunch of different other statistics to figure out exactly how your ads are performing and what's allowing them, or what's maybe preventing them from showing up more in the search results. But for the sake of simplicity, being that this video is about search loss impression share from budget, we're just going to talk specifically about what this really means for your campaign. So for advertising at $10 a day, or let's say we're advertising at $50 a day, there's 22,000 impressions that we showed up for. We missed out on 35% of the impressions because of budget. I might try putting another $10 a day into the campaign and then let that run for a couple weeks and come back after a couple weeks and see what this number looks like. If it then is down to 25%, then maybe I go up another $10 or $15. Come back in a couple weeks, check it again. And I'm going to keep doing that so long as I'm getting good results from the campaign, and I want to keep getting more good results from the campaign. And granted, each time the campaign budget is increased, we do want to see more conversions without the cost per conversion going way up, because if we're increasing the budget and the only thing that happens from that is the cost per conversion increases, then we're just going to be spending more money but getting the same number of conversions. We don't really want to do that. And where that really comes into play is when your search loss impression share from budget starts to get down below about 10%. That's what I've seen in my experience. It may be different for different accounts and campaigns and stuff. But once this number starts getting lower than 10%, basically you're just going to be paying more and more and more per click. Because the only way, once you're showing up in all the available search results, once you're getting all the available impressions that you can possibly get based on your current campaign settings, the only way to get more clicks is to bid higher for those clicks. And so your cost per click will start to go up, which will likely cause your cost per conversion to go up. And you'll just keep spending more and more and more and maybe get an incremental increase in conversions. Now, that might not be a big deal for you if your cost per conversion is way lower than your cost per sale, right? In which case, you might not care. You're just like, put as much budget in as possible. But there are also some ways where you can increase your available impressions, like expanding your keyword targeting, expanding your geographic targeting. So, adding in other areas that you target across the map, right? Other cities, counties, zip codes, etc. Or adding other ad groups with other keywords that are related, or even adding keywords into existing ad groups. There's ways that you can increase the number of available impressions. Sometimes even changing the bid strategy. So this is on maximize conversions right now. If you're on like target CPA, increasing your target CPA will increase the available number of impressions that you can get as well. So it kind of depends. There's a lot of different factors that go into that, but that should give you an idea. Like, this number is not set in stone. There are some things you can do to get more impressions with your campaigns. But if your campaign's sitting there and running and doing a really great job, like let's say you're getting $112 leads, and those are turning into $20,000 kitchen remodels, right? Which is basically what's happening with this campaign. And you can increase your budget. You still have 35% of the impressions that you're not showing up in because your budget is too low. Then it's kind of a no-brainer to just incrementally start increasing your budget until you can get this number down into like the 10% range, in which case you're probably going to be getting more conversions at a similar cost per conversion. Doesn't always work that way, but that's the idea, right? So a very helpful metric to know, understand, and track search loss impression share from budget. Now, if there's anything you did have questions about in terms of search loss impression share from budget or anything of that nature, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there. Look, if you're the type of person that just doesn't even want to deal with Google Ads anymore, then you can always reach out to me. My company is Missoula SEO Geek. I'll leave a link to my website down below, but we do manage Google Ads for different companies in different industries, and you can come learn about what we do, what makes us unique. You can even read some of the testimonials from some businesses that we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in revenue, like this one here. and really just see that, this is the type of thing that's going to explode your business growth. So feel free to reach out. You can always give us a call or contact us through our website, and we'll look forward to working with you.